afternoon, all of you. My name is D. Santosh Kumar. I am an assistant professor of law. So today I am going to take you through the judicial measures brought by Lord Cornwallis. So Lord Cornwallis happened to be the second Governor General of India. So prior to him, we know Warren Hastings. He was there from 1772 to 1785. So after that, 1786 onwards till 1793, Lord Cornwallis did a great job in administering the judiciary, and also he made certain reforms which actually uh, brought the law actually more accessible to the people and the natives of India. So his plans were introduced in three phases basically. So the three phases are, one is 1787 to 1790, then 1790 to 1793, and 1793 thereon. So like that, he introduced three plans. So basically today I am going to discuss you majorly about this 1787 plan, judicial plan. So coming to this plan, this plan was actually having certain basic points in the administration of justice. So when you see, this trial and error method was brought by Lord Cornwallis in civil and criminal justice administration. Then we can see that as per the instructions given by the directors. So previously the directors are there, they have seen the judicial administration. From them he has taken certain inputs. So they gave instructions to purify this particular justice system and bring some economy in that, and also administer the justice in a simplified way. So these three concepts of simplicity, economy and purity were brought in the judicial system during this administration of justice. Then when you first see the first change, what judicial changes brought by Cornwallis is the reduction of number of collectors. Actually, this reduction of number of collectors was done by reducing the districts. The districts were 36 previously and they were brought down to 23. So, why this change has been brought? That is the main question here. So, the change has been brought in order to bring more income to the particular collectors. So, previously collectors were less paid and they used to indulge in acts of bribery and corruption. So this kind of practice was brought to an end by increasing the salaries. So first of all he did this changing of districts, number of districts. So he reduced the number of districts so that these collectors can actually get more salary due to this arrangement. And then you can see that these collectors had some magisterial powers. So they were actually heading these revenue courts. These revenue courts are all other. So they used to deal with the revenue collection disputes as well as any calculation or any kind of a particular decisions regarding to the revenue administration. So these are the main things. And then coming to the Mofizul Diwali Adalat. For the civil justice administration, Mofizul Diwali Adalats were there. They were handling the civil justice, and we can see that collector was a magistrate and having the magisterial powers, and then the appeals went from collector to the Mofizul Diwali Adalat. Then coming to the next level of appeal. So next level of appeal is the appeal to the Board of Revenue. The Board of Revenue is situated in Calcutta. And then we can see this appeals from the Mofizul Diwali Adalat. Mofizul Diwali Adalat is the civil courts and this used to actually to the next level, Sadar Diwali Adalat. So Sadar Diwali Adalat is the next stage of appeal, and then we can see that there is another branch which handles the small cause. So you can see the civil, petty civil case and petty criminal cases were dealt by the collector, and petty civil cases up to 200 rupees were dealt by this registrar. So registrar used to exclusively deal with the revenue issues and civil petty cases, and collectors used to handle this criminal justice and petty criminal cases. So these are the magisterial functions of the collector. So then, in cases where certain disputes are there between this civil nature and criminal nature, so the civil nature of cases were to be given for the next stage of appeal to the official courts, even by the collector. So you can see that there are certain defects in this 1787 plan. So what are the basic defects? So as we have seen, the collector was entrusted by many functions. He was actually looking into the mal adalat. He was actually looking into the petty uh, criminal cases as well as petty civil cases. So this was actually overburdening the collector. So the collector was always overburdened with his work, and he was not able to give his proper interest towards the administration of justice. Then, as we have seen this plan, basically there is more interest in collection of revenue than administration of justice. So hence we can say that this particular plan, the collection of revenue was given more importance rather than giving importance to the judicial administration. So the judicial administration was made subservient for the revenue collection. So when we see this, this is the overview of all this, and we can see the next plan of 1790. So next plan 1790 we will discuss in the next class, but some important things in this particular plans are the arrangements of criminal justice. So we have seen the criminal justice was also not given much importance, and there were certain changes and modifications which were to be done in the Mohammedan law. So these particular administration of justice where they went wrong, so these were corrected by the next plan called 1790. So this will be discussed in the next class.